Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing the new Mitsubishi Outlander. This is a lot nicer than you think it would be. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Southtown Mitsubishi for giving me some time with this Outlander. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT. Fuel economy is 24 around town, 30 on the highway, with power outputs being 181 horsepower and then 181 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So you got nice metallic gray for the paint, and actually it looks really sharp. Now you have a split light design, so you can see the accent lighting up top, and then you got the actual headlights and fog lights down below. Mitsubishi logo finished in chrome front and center. Got parking sensors here on the front end as well, and a lot of premium trim on the front end. Our tire wheel setup is 255 by 45 by 20. You can see you've got silver with the blacked out trim for the wheels. Got these nice fender flares here, and then it's actually painted at the bottom. Interesting that the fender flares aren't. Body painted mirror cap. We've got chrome trim around the windows, and then here's your side profile with the Outlander. This leads us to the key fob, where we've got our lock and unlock function. We've got the opening for the hatch, as well as the Mitsubishi logo at the top. Pretty nice setup. And we'll pop in here. So you've got the cargo cover built in from the factory. This one has the third row. Here's what you need to know about the third row. First off, with the second row, you can actually throw it down with the tabs. With the third row, definitely reserve it for kids. It's kind of one of those vehicles that just has it to have it rather than I mean, it's a practical thing. It's nice. It's better to have a third row than not have a third row, but it's like it's cramped there in the back. But storage space with the third row folded down is good. Taillight design here in the back is really cool looking. And again, the trim on the outside is very premium. This leads us inside, where we've got really cool soft touch trim with the fancy stitching goes across. Sunshade for the rear passengers. Look at this, Yamaha making sound systems now, I guess. Got automatic window control. And here's the seat. Nice cross stitching. And then quickly popping in. Legroom back here is good. The trim on the seat feels very premium, actually. Heated seats in the back. Got our own climate zone as well. Yeah, this trim is nice, actually. And then headroom back here is pretty good. Now popping up front, we've got more of that nice soft touch trim all over. All of our window controls are actually automatic. The mirrors power fold in. You've got memory seats, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. Here's the front seat. Nice trim all over. Power adjustments on the side, and then you've got your controls for the heads-up display there, and then see nice soft touch here, and then even on the dash. Mitsubishi logo front and center. We've got paddle shifters there on the back of the steering wheel. We've got our adaptive cruise control, volume controls as well. And then just kind of soft touch all around. I think it's a nice look. Like I said before, heads up display. And then down to the gauge cluster, you can see that it is digital here. And when you change the drive modes, it'll show you displayed there on the left gauge. But it gives you all the basic information that you need. For example, you know, how much range you have left. We've got a 360 camera system with this. And then as for the infotainment system itself, sorry, the camera doesn't want to focus on it too much. It's pretty quick to respond. So I'd say overall, I mean, it's easy enough to use, and it does have physical controls there at the bottom. More of the fancy trim all across the dash. We've got our dual zone climate controls down below. Heated and ventilated seats with this package. You have a rear climate zone on top of that, by the way. Phone charging pad here, some USBs, we've got cup holders there, shifter for the CVT, a little drive mode select, parking brake in your auto hold, nice center console, nice trim on the top. We've got a camera rear view mirror, and then we do have a panoramic center. So here's the one here for this Outlander. This has pretty much everything. It's an SEL. $44,135 is the total MSRP on this. And let's see how it performs. Well, Mitsubishi Outlander. I think Mitsubishi's kind of underrated. A lot of people don't even consider these Mitsubishis, but the new ones are actually pretty nice. Now this shares a lot with the Nissan Rogue, collaboration with Nissan and Mitsubishi on a lot of stuff. But what I will say is Mitsubishi definitely goes, I think, kind of more upscale with the Outlander compared to what Nissan does with the Rogue. I mean, they've added quite a bit to make this more luxurious, like the thicker glass. They've added insulation on the door panels so that when you open and close the doors, they're not as loud. Just a lot to make this more luxurious. Now they do make a plug-in hybrid version which has more power, but the standard version, see how it goes, is a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated with a CVT. So wouldn't call it fast, but it gets up and moves. It's smooth. Here's the thing, here's my personal take. A car doesn't need to have an insane amount of power as long as it's smooth. This is smooth. Like if a car has a lot of power but it's not smooth, it's like still fun, but you're kind of like, ah. But if a car has not a lot of power and it's not smooth, then that's where it's like maximum for being obnoxious, right? But yeah, like I said, this is smooth with the power delivery. So you don't feel bad about revving it out, is the point that I'm trying to make. Doesn't feel like the engine's gonna fall apart. Some cars, some of these low horsepower cars really do feel like that when you're going into the throttle. But yeah, no, this is good. Like I said, it's smooth. And ride quality is pretty good too. It's a comfortable car overall. I will say the seats are really comfortable, and then cooled seat function's nice because it's a little bit of a warmer day today. Some other stuff with this. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of, but again, that's smooth. I think this is a nice car. I think this is a nice kind of like daily driver, family type car. I mean, again, the third row's not super spacious. It's kind of one of those third rows where you're not going to use it all the time, and you have it though, so you can use it in a pinch. I mean, my wife and I had, not for a super long time, but we had a 200 series Land Cruiser with the third row. The one that we still have doesn't have a third row, but yeah, the one that we sold, we had a third row, and that was kind of our mentality. It was like, yeah, the third row is not super spacious, but it's nice to have it in a pinch. But then we discovered that we need a third row more often, so we got a bigger SUV. So let me know what you guys think about the Outlander, but I think that you should at least check out a new Mitsubishi. Kind of underrated. They're a lot nicer than you think. I mean, you hear Mitsubishi and like, I don't really think about something that looks and drives this nice, but it does.